But I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before.
Larry Bird has never been someone who hands out compliments easily. He competed against Magic, Jordan, and nearly every basketball legend you can think of. He has witnessed it all and lived through it. Yet there was something about Caitlin Clark that kept pulling him back, making him watch and leaving a lasting impression.
So why?
At first glance, their paths, styles, and eras seem completely different. But when you look more closely, the similarities become clear. Bird wasn't known for elite athleticism. He didn't have explosive hops or blazing speed. What he did have was incredible vision, a brilliant basketball mind, and a natural instinct that no statistic can truly capture. That's exactly what he recognizes in Caitlin. Instead of simply playing the game, Clark is changing the way it's played. Before she even stepped onto a WNBA court, Nike offered her a $28 million deal.
Think about that.
Plenty of NBA players have earned less. She hadn't even played her first professional game, yet she had already become the face of the league. But being the face of something this big comes with both opportunity and pressure. The brighter the spotlight, the bigger the target. Some people embrace it, while others remain doubtful. But everyone is watching. Bird sees it too. That kind of pressure is something he understands well. Maybe that's one reason he admires her so much. Because both of them, Bird then and Clark now, have done more than play basketball. They think several moves ahead. While others react, they patiently wait for the right moment. Some players rely on speed, while others rely on reading the court, understanding the game, and recognizing the moment. Like Bird, Clark doesn't depend on being the fastest or the strongest. She succeeds because of her focus, confidence, and basketball intelligence. Every time she walks onto the floor, you can see it in her expression and her determination. It never says, "I hope I belong here." It says, "I know I belong here." And she does. That's where the story becomes even more interesting. Bird sees a reflection of himself in Clark, another basketball genius. But Steve Kerr, a 9-time NBA champion, sees something different. When he watches Caitlin, he doesn't think of Bird. He thinks of Steph Curry. And that comparison might reveal where basketball is headed next.
Here's what Kerr said.
Listen carefully. Caitlin reminds me so much of Steph Curry. People forget this, but Steph wasn't always viewed as the golden boy. During his first 2 NBA seasons, people questioned him. They said he had to prove he belonged, get stronger, and become tougher. And that's exactly what Clark is facing right now. Has she answered those questions? She already has in many unforgettable moments. She scored 30 points against the Washington Mystics, lighting up the scoreboard as if it were a video game. But she's also had difficult nights, including the game against the Liberty, when she shot just 10%. That's life in the professional game. It keeps you humble. That's what professional basketball does. It humbles you. It tests you. It asks one simple question. Will you keep showing up after getting knocked down? Caitlin always does. Because of the way she shoots and the way she sees the game, her style reminds people of Steph. We're talking about shots from just beyond half court, right near the logo. But these aren't reckless heat checks. They're not wild attempts. They're smart, practiced weapons that are part of her game. Her passing almost doesn't look real. Watch closely. Full court lasers. Behind the back passes. Clark sees the floor like Mahomes while delivering the ball with Brady-like precision. Steph noticed that too.
Uh-huh.
He explained it perfectly. She plays without fear. She doesn't just score and create plays. She completely controls the flow of the game. Everyone around her becomes better because of her. And here's the toughest part. Curry believes she becomes dangerous the moment she crosses half court. That means there isn't a simple defensive plan for stopping her. How do you guard someone like that? Curry also pointed out something only another great shooter would immediately notice. Her form. Whether she's shooting from 3 feet away or 30 feet away, her mechanics stay exactly the same. Great footwork. The perfect elbow position. That incredibly smooth follow-through that almost looks mechanical in the best possible way. That's not something you're simply born with. It's something you build through thousands of hours alone in an empty gym, listening to the ball bounce, sweating through countless repetitions, and taking one shot after another. Every time she pulls up from the logo, the arena goes quiet for a moment. The crowd leans forward because everyone knows this could be that shot.
People hold their breath.
And when it goes in, it's worth far more than 3 points. It sends a message. It tells the other team, you can't stop me. You can put taller defenders on her. You can use quicker defenders. You can double team her or deny her the ball. But how do you defend someone who can pass like an NFL quarterback and shoot from anywhere on the floor? The truth is, you really can't. You simply try to survive her. Caitlin Clark's rise wasn't welcomed by everyone. While NBA legends praised her from the beginning, some WNBA players responded more carefully and quietly. But honestly, that's part of every great story. Every player who has changed the game has faced doubt. Jordan did. Steph Curry did. Larry Bird did too. Change makes people uncomfortable, especially when it arrives smiling while knocking down logo threes. Then there's LeBron James, who has lived under the spotlight since he was 16. He felt the need to speak as well. Don't get it twisted. Caitlin Clark is going to do amazing things for the WNBA. Praise like that means much more than a compliment. It's recognition from someone who has carried enormous expectations and come out stronger because of them. Clark's journey hasn't been perfect, and it isn't supposed to be. The night she struggled to make shots against New York wasn't a failure. It was simply another chapter. Every great story has moments like that. What matters is how you respond when the arena grows quiet and the spotlight burns even brighter. Yet the most powerful part of Caitlin Clark's story may never show up on a stat sheet. It lives in neighborhood driveways. It lives inside middle school gyms. It's found in kids quietly telling themselves, one day, I want to do that. Just as Larry Bird inspired a generation with his jump shot, and Steph Curry made shooting from the parking lot seem possible, Caitlin Clark is showing young players that their potential has no limits and that they can dream about playing basketball in entirely new ways. She is redefining what's possible. At just 22 years old, she stands where tradition meets change. She has the fundamentals, the respect of old-school legends, and the fearless style that continues pushing the game forward. This isn't simply another rising star. She has the chance to change the way basketball